Beyblade V-Force. To me it's the strangest Beyblade show ever, mainly cause no one talks about it. It's legit the most forgotten Beyblade show ever, and you might be wondering why that is. Is it because it sucks? Well actually yeah, that's mainly the reason. So I'm gonna go over this show and demonstrate its pros and cons. So firstly, I don't think this show sucks. Is it good? Not really. It's decent. Mainly because of the reasons I will be mentioning. So first off, I'm just gonna get to it and say that the first part of this show was not the best. It definitely had its cool moments and moments where I was engaged, but overall it wasn't that good. I mean, the introduction of Ozma and the rest of them were pretty nice in the beginning. Now this second part could be my fault, but I was kinda lost by the actions of the Saints Shields. Let me explain. The whole purpose of this group is to capture the 4 original sacred beasts of creation, so that their power isn't used for evil. So theoretically, any chance they get to battle our main cast, they should be capturing their sacred beast. So how come once everyone, except Dunga, beat their assigned person? How come they didn't just take their sacred beast right then? Now later on, the reason they don't do this is because they needed the sacred beast to get stronger. But why? Is that the requirement of the stone tablet? Maybe I just need to rewatch V-Force. But I swear I was confused on this, bro. Anyways, the second thing I wanna go into is the introduction of CGI. Now if you started watching the Metal or Burst saga before watching the original Beyblade, you might notice the Beyblades look weird when spinning. Well, that's because that's the only time Beyblades are 2D drawn during battle, and from V-Force onward they use CGI for the battles. Now this was a good decision. However, it was, well,
what the hell is even that?
yeah. It was hot shit. Seriously, the battle sucked in the beginning. It slowly gets better over time, but oh my gosh was it terrible at first. Now on to the next thing that involves visuals. The redesigns. Wow. Aside from Tyson, this has got to be the most garbage redesigns I've ever seen. They made Rei and Max look like little kids. And why the hell does K look way scrawnier? Bro was low-key built in the old Beyblade, and then they made him way scrawnier in the new one. And why in the ever-loving hell would you get rid of his scarf? That was so tough on him, and you just took it away. Man, what a downgrade. Speaking of K, I actually really liked in this series. They did a pretty good job highlighting his character development. He actually feels a part of the group. An example I like to use is after he faced Dunga, he immediately went to Tyson and even decided to crash at his place. It's little moments like these that highlights how he trusts the group and is friends with them. Another moment I like to mention is how Tyson tricked Hiromi into doing this stupid dance, and everyone starts laughing, and K's trying not to laugh. Or when Tyson keeps thinking about Zia and who he's become, K gives him advice and tells him to focus. It's little things like this that really highlights K's character development. Unlike that G-Revolution crap. I'm sorry, but K's character in G-Revolution sucked to me. In exchange for having more aura, they kinda take away his character development. Well, just a little. A good example is when K joins the Russian team and Tyson confronts him. So Tyson is shocked that K joined the Russian team and questions him. Now K's response is, I don't Beyblade to build some false sense of friendship with you, which I always found that weird. I really think it would have been better if he said, Tyson, while I have stopped my quest for power, that doesn't mean that I don't wanna face you on the world stage. I will beat everyone who gets in my way and face you in the finals. So get ready, or something like that. Then he would start walking off, but then stops, smiles, and says, don't worry, we are still friends. Bam. Cinema writing right there. Man, I should become a screenwriter. Anyways, I know that maybe wasn't the best example I could have used, but you get what I mean. A battle I really like is him against Max. In this battle it really did feel like two friends fighting. First with the yelling for everyone to shut up, then just how they are before the battle starts. It just gives off two friends who battle. And the cherry on top is the little smile they give each other. That's how you write two friends who are battling. Another thing, I think K's whole obsession with Tyson should have stopped when he won the championship. I didn't like him returning back to his grandfather, especially since it's after the events of the first Beyblade. Holy crap, I got so distracted with Beyblade G Revolution. Back to V-Force. So the antagonist for this series are the Saint Shields. Or at least they are one of the antagonists. And you know what? They aren't that bad. The only one I don't really care for is Yusuf. I mean, the show doesn't really care for him either. His personality is decent, but he doesn't really have any memorable moments or any cool moments. Anyways, the Saint Shields are pretty cool characters. I like how they aren't necessarily villains, but just people who do the jobs they've been assigned. The little moments with Max and this girl I really liked, and highlights that they aren't bad people. Moving on to the next Saint Shield. Dunga. One word. Donkey Khan. Wait, that's 2 words. Whatever. Anyways, moving on to the last Saint Shield. Ozma, who is obviously the best Saint Shield. First, he has the best design, the best beyblade, and the best avatar. Seriously, he's just so cool. And it sucks that he isn't in G Revolution. In fact, damn near no one from V-Force moves on to G Revolution, which leads into something else I wanna talk about later. But right now let's focus on Ozma. So a highlight of Ozma is that he's legit a crash out. Seriously, look at bro's face when he's going against Tyson. That's his smile only the Joker can recreate. Too bad after Tyson beat Ozma, the Saint Shields have the biggest fall off in history. Seriously, they took nothing but straight L's during the tournament. Dunga got packed up by this guy. Ozma got destroyed by Zia. Then these two got obliterated by the Bay Hunters. Yup, nothing but straight L's. And it sucks cause they don't return in G Revolution. Which leads into my problem with V-Force. This does not feel like a sequel. Seriously, damn near no characters return from the first anime. And the only new character from V-Force that returns in G Revolution was Hiromi. Ozma doesn't return. Zia doesn't return. The Bay Hunters don't return. Fucking no one returns. G Revolution felt more like a sequel. All the characters return with redescents, new days, and a perfect balance of new characters. Man, I'm talking about G Revolution a lot today, but moving on to the next antagonist of the series. These scientist guys. I have never seen such a useless sacks of shit in my life. Seriously, what have these guys accomplished? The best thing they've accomplished is steal Genbu. Other than that they haven't done shit. The only scientist people who actually did something were these two. Mainly just Zia's father, but in being generous, and including this girl too. And these scientist guys were what made the beginning section of V-Force not that good. They weren't menacing. They didn't accomplish much. And they suck. Oh, and another thing this show does. Almost every episode they would send a random scientist to fight our main cast. And I get why they do this. It's cause they need at least one Beyblade battle each episode. But I don't know. It just feels irrelevant. Mainly cause it usually is. Oh, and another thing. So the shit-stained scientists are able to make artificial sacred beast. What is an artificial sacred beast, you ask? They are sacred beasts that are created using the data from our main cast's sacred beast. So question. How in the hell does that work? Seriously, that makes little fucking sense. Sacred beasts are ancient monsters that are trapped inside a bit. How in the hell are you able to just collect data and replicate that? How do you even collect data on one? What does the data even say? Wait a minute, I just realized something. How the hell are cameras able to see Sacred Beast? Are cameras now worthy of detecting Sacred Beast? Also, remember how only a select few of people could see Sacred Beast? Yes, there's no way in hell these guys are worthy enough to see one. Sigh. Enough about my rant about artificial Sacred Beast. What else do I have to talk about? Oh right. How could I have forgotten this season's menace? Zia. Now out of all the menaces I've covered on this channel, Zia is one of my favorite. Mainly because he's the only menace that started out with zero aura. Then he goes on to packing up Kay and Ozma. However, like Damien, I wish they could done a little more with him. I mean, his main objective is to capture the 4 Sacred Beast, yet he's only captured one of them. You know what I thought would been cool? If Zia beat Reveiw and Kay in the semi-finals. Like he decided he was gonna take both of them on one by one. It would have been cool and made more sense since his main objective is to get the 4 Sacred Beast. And he does the same thing with Maximum and Tyson. Only he loses to Tyson. But other than that, I really like Zia. Anyways, what else is there to talk about? Oh, the opening is pretty good. Have a listen. Yeah, but other than that, I think that's all there is to talk about Beyblade V-Force. Overall, not the worst Beyblade show, but it's definitely not the best. If I've missed anything, or you want to request what show I should cover next, let me know in the comments. But that is all I have for today. See you in the next video, you know life.